Hi, welcome back to my channel. Do you feel that you are giving all the time and not getting anything back? Or do you feel giving is better than receiving? Maybe you even believe receiving is being greedy, and if people ask, they are selfish. If so, this video is for you. Let me say this first. When you give, you receive. You can't give without receiving, and when you are receiving, you give as well. There is no receiving without giving. Give and take is a process in which both the giver and the receiver get and give at the same time. Let me explain. When you give something to someone, they, by receiving it, give you the opportunity to feel the satisfaction of giving. Imagine if you want to give, but there's no one to take. Or imagine if someone wants to take, but there's no one to give. Give and take are two expressions of the same vibration, a cycle, a flow of energy. If the cycle gets broken, the energy becomes stagnant and it starts deteriorating. When someone stops themselves from giving or taking, they are stagnating the energy flow. And just like stagnant water is an environmental hazard, blocked energy also creates havoc. Blocked energy brings in resentment, anger, frustration, hate, many more negative feelings. Here are three ways we imbalance the energy of giving and receiving. Number one, feeling that we are the only ones giving always. Are you tired of giving all the time? Does it frustrate you that people come to you wanting something? It can happen to many people because we are not clear how the cycle of give and take works. Like I said earlier, in giving, you receive. Imagine a newborn baby who's totally dependent on the parents to look after him. Parents might end up feeling tired and burnt out, feeling that they are all the time giving, and yes, it can seem like the children are only taking from their parents. But remember that the child is giving the parents smile, love, joy, playfulness, fresh energy, the gift of feelings. The cycle of give and take is complete in this way. But most people fail to see this as a giving. They have limited ideas about giving. Some people believe only money or physical help is real giving. They are limited in their perception. People can give money, time, love, appreciation, emotional support. There are innumerable ways of giving. Giving by not giving is also a giving. Opening our minds to see the different ways of giving will help us to be aware of all the giving and receiving that is going on in the world. Some people also believe that if I give you, you should give me back. That is how give and take should be. I help you, expecting that you will help me back. Imagine the ocean telling the cloud, I'm giving you water now, give it back to me. No, oceans don't do that. The ocean gives water to the cloud. The cloud takes the water and gives it to the mountains. The mountains takes the water and give it to the waterfall. The waterfall takes the water and gives it to the streams. The streams then take the water and give it to the rivers. The rivers take the water and give it back to the ocean. Similarly, in life, when we give something to someone expecting them to return the favor and not being open to others helping or giving us back, it breaks the flow of give and take, giving and receiving. So, if you are thinking that you are only giving in a relationship but not getting anything, please re explore your ideas of give and take. Find out how you can expand it by keeping in mind that it's practically impossible to give and not receive at the same time. Number two, receiving is being selfish and giving is divine. Are you proud that you are always giving? Do you feel superior when you give? Only giving or only receiving is not possible. Actually, it's just our perception of what giving or receiving is. My earlier example of the baby makes it very clear that in giving we receive and in receiving we give. If they can't be separated, then how can giving be better than receiving? Some giving is obvious, the others are hidden. A speaker gives his knowledge, the public gives their time and attention. It's a flow of energy between the two, renewing the energies between the two. The whole thing is a divine exchange of energies. People who are close to receiving block this energy and they feel the disconnection and it starts weighing on them. They somehow, with their prejudice, interfere with this divine exchange. I have a friend who completed 25 years of her marriage, and for the celebration of her anniversary, she invited all her friends. But she also invited her helpers, the vendors she has been buying from, her office staff, and many more people who have served her and her husband in their married life. It was their way of showing appreciation for all those people who have been around them and helped them to make their married life happy and successful. We might not see them as givers just because we paid the price, but they are the unseen heroes that have supported us to what we have achieved until now. We are all the time receiving from everywhere. Just because it doesn't fit our idea of giving doesn't mean that we are not receiving. We absolutely can't be alive if we don't receive or we stop receiving. Imagine resisting to receive air for breathing because it's being greedy. Imagine resisting to receive the support from Mother Earth in every moment of our lives. Imagine resisting receiving the gift of birth from our parents because receiving is being selfish. Some people might say, it's okay if it's the universe giving me or providing me. But don't forget that people too are a part of this universe. It's a divine intervention too. When you empty, you make space for new energies to come in. Number three, not being open to receiving or asking for help. Asking for help from people is very far. Many people are not even open to receiving appreciation, and I must admit, I was one of them. I have a friend who has a habit of appreciating the good qualities of others, and she's very vocal about it. She'll tell you on your face. When I had recently got to know her, she would appreciate me very often, and I would brush off her comments by saying that it was nothing or that I didn't do anything out of the norm, making me and her feel awkward in the situation. Then one day, while I was exploring the law of giving and receiving, I realized that she was giving me something, and instead of appreciating it and receiving it, I was dodging it. I was denying the gift she was giving me, and in return, denying her the opportunity to give. The moment I started receiving her appreciation, she got the pleasure of giving, and the flow of energy was being completed, and we both felt good in our own ways. The awkwardness dissipated. If you want abundance in life, do not resist receiving and giving, whether it's money, love, time, care, or anything else. Accept and give with an open heart. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe to my channel because I'll be coming up with many more videos. The most important point I want to convey is always being appreciative of the divine flow of energy between receiving and giving. And remembering, giving is getting and getting is giving. They can't be separated. Balance in giving and taking creates harmony. This is Coach Anita Watwani. I'm sure this video will help you to give and receive with gratitude and grace. See you next week for another video on how to follow your love, peace, and joy.